everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me put you on here. Let's see, if you're new here, and on this channel we basically talk about spirituality and my perspective of what spirituality is through what I've experienced within my own journey, trauma, growing from the trauma, healing, and creating a new lifestyle that I deserve to be living, period, as I should, as we all should. But I just thought I'd film today. I did want to film earlier, but I guess I just didn't, and I was kind of going with the flow of what today brought for me. So I woke up today, I had a smoothie, or like a juice more, and if you don't follow me on Instagram is like where I say like what I eat, stuff like that, if that makes sense. So if that's something that interests you, go follow me on Instagram, because I do post a lot more on there and like in detail. I want to go get my nails done, and I got blue. They look so cute. I feel like I never get blue, but they look so cute. And I obviously also got my toes done. But yeah, my original plan was to get a green color, but I ended up with blue. And that's funny because I actually intuitively channeled the color of blue while I was choosing it, and then I was like, oh, that'd be cute. But then I just went with green, and I still ended up getting blue. So love how the universe works out in our favors. And I also said before I went into the nail salon, I was like, I'm not spending more than $80 on my nails. And tell me how the girl literally gave me a discount today. So, and it was literally $80 to the T. Let's go get this milkshake. I just finished my nails, and I came to Dollar Tree to get a new toothbrush, because y'all ever like, well, I don't know if a lot of people experience this, but like, I don't know why, but like people think it's funny to be using my things and like put energy on the things that I have. It's just nasty. So yeah, I have a feeling that the person that I live with currently used my toothbrush. One, that's fucking disgusting, and two, it's like, ew, like who does that? Like, you know, that's like some weird sneaky shit. But anyways, yeah, I went to go get a new toothbrush, and I ended up getting a new bar of soap, and I just got some more of these. I got these like bleach wipes to obviously clean stuff, and they're really handy, so I just got some more of that. Miss Calls. I want a spicy chicken sandwich, but I don't want chicken. Hi, can I just get an Oreo McFlurry, please? And a medium fry.
Would that be all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
$7.63. Every time I say one fry, I like mentally think of actually like just one single piece of French fry. That's so funny. That's so funny of me. Also, I'm thinking about getting a truck. I really want a truck. When I was in Oregon, if you watch my little series when I went, I drove my sister's husband's truck, and it was like a van, but it still felt like a truck-ish kinda, and I always wanted a truck, so I've been looking into getting one. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I just got you guys. Sorry. I forgot that once it starts getting hot, the ducks fly to different areas. Oh my god, a blue dragonfly. I've been seeing dragonflies so much, like so much. When I was in Oregon, like that's like, they literally have, it's like a, not a city, but it's like that animal, I think, in like a certain area. I think it was in Bend, Oregon, I don't know, but I remember seeing like so many of them. Also, I have not shaved my mustache, so if you see my mustache, then you see my mustache. So if you don't do this with your ice cream, best sweet and salty combo. I think it's like 105 right now, but it feels so good. Like the sun feels so good. Feels nice to be in nature though. I guess kind of like a life update. there's so much clarity that's just within me now that it's like I know what I want, I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm like working towards, you know what I mean? Like, it's clarity, you know? When you're so used to like not knowing, I guess, and kind of like trying to figure it out, it gets really confusing, and which is also very, very normal, especially when you're like adulting, when you're getting out of your teens. Like, obviously it's normal to not know what the F you're doing, because girl, no one knows what they're doing, not even adults, you know? And I would literally say adults know less about what they're doing than younger people, honestly. It feels nice to have some clarity. It feels nice to be in this moment of energy where I'm like, I've experienced what it's like to feel at peace within myself, out of the toxic environments that I'm used to. Exactly, girl. She's like, as you should. But yeah, it feels nice to know what it's like to actually be within myself and know that it is actually me that is in peace, if that makes sense, and not the external things that brought me peace, or like saying affirmations or meditating or yoga, which all of those things do help, as I was learning how to build that within myself in a toxic environment. But now it's like, I know that I am peace, I am love, I am unity, I am at ease, I am kindness outside of toxic environments. So there's no, like, it's like there's no need to worry, if that makes sense, because I know everything is like flowing as it should be. So I'm very at ease and at peace because I know what's coming towards me, and I know what I'm working towards, and I know what I have, and I know that I have everything I need to possibly make my dreams possible. So yeah. And there's so many things around me that are affirming that. And once you really go with the flow and allow the universe to show you those things, or God or whatever, it's like you see everything that the universe is doing for you, and it is so powerful to the point that no one can ever break that anymore, because you just see so clearly with love and good intentions that it's like, yep, it is what it is, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm here for it. Not a lot of people will support you in that process of love 666 if they don't have the best interest for you. And if that is the case for you as well, then those people aren't meant to be in your life. And you don't have to hate them for that. It can just be, you know, that looks so refreshing. Also, I've been thinking about getting therapy because I love therapy. I think it's really healthy to have someone to talk to about actually anything, if that makes sense. Like, because you know that they have to listen to you, like, obviously. But I just think it's really healthy, and especially I feel like if, like, for me, since I already have been in a awakening journey, in my spiritual journey for a few years now, I think it's very helpful to help other people observe with you, if that makes sense. Especially observe like your brain and what you're used to, if that makes sense. Because like once you learn the process of like observation within yourself instead of just reacting or acting on stuff, it helps in other people, like validating you as well, to, you know, just to like reaffirm, if that makes sense. And that's something that like helps me, is like when people reaffirm me that it's not just me feeling a certain way or me seeing things from one perspective, if that makes sense. Because something that I've always wanted, something like literally what I do on here is I want to have open conversations, and I try to have as many open conversations as I possibly can. So that is not just from my perspective, if that makes sense, which is why I always like to say like comment whatever resonates with you, and even if it doesn't, like, or even if your perspective is different than mine, like I literally want to encourage everyone to comment their own perspectives, excuse me, and all of that, because I think it's like such a beautiful experience to see how other people's brains work. And maybe this is just my sign to become a psychologist or something, but girl, I cannot. But yeah, I've been thinking about getting a therapist, which I think I am gonna do. Being back home, it's like I want to go out and do all these things that like I was doing in Oregon, but it's also being home. It's like, where do I even freaking go? Like, I already know what's down the street, you know. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be fun, but it's like I just don't like the environment anymore. I don't like the energy of it, and it's not resonating. So it's like, it's time for a change. Yeah, I feel like it's not the same as like when you're like, I actually don't know what's gonna happen. I think I just like being in the unknown now that I've like accepted it. I think that's what it is. That it's like, I know I love being in the unknown because it's so like, who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow? Who knows what's gonna happen like in an hour? Like, you know, like the biggest blessing ever could be brought upon my life right now, you know? So it's like, I just like being in the unknown. And I feel like when your environment reflects that as well, of like new discoveries and stuff like that, it's really healthy because you're just in flow with what is going on and what is gonna happen, you know, without worrying about what is gonna happen, but being in the present now, to the point where it's like, I'm okay with whatever happens because I've been at rock bottom and I've been at very, very high highs, which we literally hit 31 subscribers. Woo! That is so exciting. Like, that is so crazy. I remember when I was first starting my YouTube channel, I had like 5 subscribers, and we're just growing as we should. But yeah, we literally hit 31 subscribers. Ooh! And it just feels so abundant, and like as I should, like it feels so in tune. So I'm happy and I'm excited. Being in the unknown is literally so abundant and so amazing, because regardless of what happens, like I know everything's gonna be okay, and I know that everything's gonna work out, you know. So yeah. And also that stems from like no longer accepting the feeling of fear. Even if I do feel fear, I know that it's not like a realistic thing, because when you feel fear, it's because you're worried about what happened in the past or what's gonna happen in the future. But then when you bring yourself back to the now and be like, okay, are you scared of what's happening right now? Even if that's a yes or a no, like you can be scared of because someone is fighting, you know? And obviously that makes sense. It makes sense for you to feel fear. So you allow yourself to feel it, and then you allow yourself to experience it, and then move through it, you know? But that's like no longer the case. The case is like, I'm not falling for these people around me trying to make me feel fear, because it's not working. It's not working anymore. Like, you know, bad bitch. I'm literally just like meant to be in nature like 24/7. I definitely feel that. Oh, my phone is about to die, so I'm about to head back home and shower. I'm gonna read a section of the book that I'm reading though. It's called The Power of Now, and I haven't read since I was on my trip in Oregon, so it's been quite a while. But I just want to read one little section just to, you know, get back into the rhythm. So I'm gonna read it on here, and it says, this is called The Power of Now. The past cannot strive in your presence. You mentioned that thinking or talking about the past unnecessarily is one of the ways in which we avoid the present. But apart from the past that we remember and perhaps identify with, isn't there another level of past within us that is much more deep-seated? I am talking about the unconscious past that conditions our lives, especially through early childhood experiences, perhaps even past life experiences. And then there is our cultural conditioning, which has to do with where we live geographically and the historical time period in which we live. All these things determine how we see the world, how we react, what we think, what kind of relationships we have, how we live our lives. How could we ever become conscious of all that or get rid of it? How long would that take? And even if we did, what would there be left? What is left when illusion ends? There is no need to investigate the unconscious past in you, except as it manifests at this moment as a thought, an emotion, a desire, a reaction, or an external event that happens to you. You can be present enough to watch all those things, not critically or analytically, but non-judgmentally. Then you are dealing with the past and dissolving it through the power of your presence. You cannot find yourself by going into the past. You find yourself by becoming more present. And that is facts. So I'm happy I read that because I felt like it was a good reminder. And those are things, that's what's been popping up for me too, is like little reminders like here and there. I watched this like YouTuber that's like a tarot reader, and I rewatched one of her readings that she did, and the way that it resonated with me now in this present moment, it was like to the T. So yeah, a lot of past stuff has been coming up because the cycle is over. So I am so grateful. And yeah, it's getting more hot out here. The sun's literally right on top. It feels so nice. It feels so relaxing. But I am gonna go home now and shower, and yeah, catch you later.